This is a civilizational war. This is the war for reconstituting the empire. Let me use a historical parallel here, John. If you think about what happened in interwar Germany after the First World War and before the Second started, during the Weimar Republic, the narrative that was developed in Germany was that the Reichswehr was never defeated, that Germany was betrayed. The Germans called it the Dolchstoßlegende, the stab in the back. That gave them Hitler, who came and said, I'm going to rebuild your glory of German folk and the Reich. And it took the combined resources of the Soviet Union, the United States, and Great Britain to really break the back of German imperialism. It ended with the partitioning of the country, occupation, transformation. And the Germans had to figure out how to be a normal state, right? Well, I think the 90s in Russia were their Weimar. And the kind of decomposition of the economy, of society, Yeltsin's figure, corruption that went in there. Arrival of Putin was almost uncanny in terms of the parallels that I'm drawing. And I know I can over-rationalize history, but bear with me. Putin's narrative to his people is, you're a great Russian people, you were betrayed. You're not defeated. The NATO never defeated the Red Army. There was no war. There were no missiles going off. We were betrayed by cowardly Gorbachev, drunken Yeltsin, Muscovy duck, whatever, most of all the West. And I will restore what the Russians call Veliki Ruski Mir, the great Russian Pax Russica, if you will. And I think that imperial drive, the relitigation of the end of the Cold War, is what this war is really all about. Russia wants to reconstitute the East European Empire. It already has Belarus. It's a de facto Russian province, even though formally it's still run by Lukashenko, but their military is fully integrated with the Russian military and the command structure. And if they have Ukraine, they will have reconstituted the core of imperial Russian territory. If you look at the historical references, the great Russians, the Russians proper, what they call the little Russians, the Ukrainians, and then the Belarusians, that's the core of the Eastern Slavic core. And then the Russians will require participation in European politics.